You are with the big story here. I'm Sahar Zaman and the top focus. It has been 9 days since we lost our young citizen, 23-year-old Subhashree, who died after an illegal political banner of the AIADMK fell on her. Former AIADMK councillor C. Jayagopal, who's been booked in the case, has still not been arrested. He's not been booked under Section 308 of the IPC, which is for culpable homicide, but the truck driver and the banner printers have been arrested. This incident once again raises the issue of how political banners, advertisements, billboards continue to risk lives if they're pitched up, erected in the middle of the road or in the dividers, blocking the view of commuters. Several Tamil actors now have come together to demand justice for Subhashree. The big question here on why the state government taking so long to arrest the perpetrators. In fact, let's play out those voices who've reacted to this. We're going to play out those remarks from the actors in just a bit. Let's get in a quick update. We have with us our correspondent Pramod with those details here. Pramod, we're looking at the banner printer and the truck driver being arrested in this. But the person who ordered for this banner to be pitched right at the edge of the road here is still not been arrested. Who's protecting him?
Well, we can definitely say that the system is protecting him because like the very next day after filing an FIR and after Madras High Court came in very strongly against whatever was occurring over there, the actual action actually only like, the truck driver was arrested under 304A, 277, 276 and 336, and the particular shop which actually printed these banners, that was immediately sealed and action was taken against the owner as well. The people were asking this particular question because Jayagopal, ex-councillor, his picture was all across those banners, those illegal banners that were placed on the divider, road divider. What action was taken against him? No answer so far. In fact, like you exactly mentioned, this is the 9th day and no action against him so far. In fact, police also claim that they are not aware, they don't know where he is currently. That is the biggest shocker. Tamil Nadu police not able to trace one particular person and they want the entire state to believe, and that is actually turning into a big joke now.
Right, Pramod, under what charges has the banner printer been arrested here? How do we expect the banner printer to be involved in this?
Well, the thing is, like, for the particular banner printer, the person who has printed those banners, his shop was also close by, he's been booked under disfigurement of a public property. And that is not actually a very serious charge. 304A seems to be the most serious of all the three charges over here, and that has been slapped against a truck driver. If you could see that CCTV in particular, it's very evident that the driver couldn't do anything because they were driving, so the Subhashree's vehicle and the truck driver's vehicle were so close, but he couldn't act on time. The only thing is that Subhashree's father has also placed a request along with not to go for any more banner culture, is that please drive safely so that this can also be avoided. That seems to be the only mistake the driver has done. Other than that, it doesn't look like he has played any part in this accident.
Pramod, stay on with us, please. We're getting in more voices. We have senior advocate and activist Ms. Sudha Ramalingam with us on the phone line here as well. Appreciate you being with us, ma'am. This is another young, promising life having been lost recklessly because of the practice of putting up political banners here without permission, putting them up in the middle of the roads. And shockingly, despite very strong orders that have come in from the High Court in the past as well against the banner culture.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Repeatedly, we've been speaking about this only. The High Court has come down heavily on it. We have laws against it. We have activists fighting against it. But still, the culture has been there. Banner has been put up repeatedly, and roads are definitely not very safe. And the action which is taken by the state itself is against those who are not directly responsible for the particular act of putting up the banners at all. The arresting the driver of the vehicle, who actually was also in did not intend to cause this death. He was also caught unaware, I suppose, because when the banner falls down and suddenly the person who is supposed to have moved on just falls down there, the accident occurs. It is only an accident.
Right.
You can't call it murder by that person. But the person who put up the banner itself, the councillor, is definitely more responsible. His action should be taken immediately against him because he knew that this is something which is dangerous and it
That's
is not.
right.
Well,
And shockingly, Ms. Sudha Ramalingam, the former AIADMK councillor here, responsible for getting this printed, for putting it up on the road, has now been absconding for the past 9 days. He's still not been arrested by the police.
Everyone, they don't seem to be serious. If the police is really serious, I don't think it's impossible for them to find out who this man is. The very fact that he is still at large, whereas the driver has been arrested and put in jail, shows the lack of sincerity with which the state police is acting against the man responsible for this death.
Please stay on with us. I'm going to quickly play out reactions that have come in. In fact, a statement here that was made by actor turned politician Kamal Hassan hitting out at the AIADMK state government, saying that he was hurt by this incident, slamming the banner culture. The M&M chief has said that Raghu, who was an earlier victim of a political banner, and now Subhashree have died because of negligence of the government, saying that his party will continue to question the government. This reaction by Kamal Hassan comes close on the heels of what was earlier stated by actor Vijay Anand as well, hit out at the government for not arresting the perpetrator. The actors have also urged fans now to refrain from putting up their banners. Let's get in a word here from the DMK. Mr. Saravanan with us over the phone line. Thanks for being with us, Saravanan. We're looking at two unfortunate incidents related to the banner. These are killer banners here. This is a case of Raghu 2 years ago under the same government, and now this case that took place nine days ago.
Yeah, the apathy of the AIADMK government is in full display. There is no action against the said person who was responsible for that illegal banner. We are not able to. There are audio clips which are going rounds in the social media, which once a local corporation worker to accept that permission was granted, indeed granted to that banner. So we don't know how this probe will go on. We have seen earlier when one of the MDMK party workers who tried to prevent the corporation officials from removing their party flags were arrested immediately. But this person who was responsible for the death of Subhashree, the banner which was responsible for the death of Subhashree, is yet to be arrested. And we don't know. This is how the AIADMK party conduct the government. The governance, they are not worried. And this is apart from these two banner incidents, two more incidents of civic apathy of the civic authorities have happened. A 14-year-old boy was dead when he stepped onto a live wire, and an electric pole fell down on another man and he died. What is the response?
But Saravanan, has your own party, the DMK, sent out a strong enough message? Does this message go right down to each and every party member and party worker? Because while your chief MK Stalin has slammed this practice of banners, saying no to big banners, there was a banner that was put up last week itself welcoming the DMK chief's son. This was despite strict instructions that came in from MK Stalin. Is this a message that is not strongly put across by each given political party?
No. See, I'm not sure about the other parties, but when it comes to the DMK, we are walking the talk. After this incident, after a stern message from our party leader, we had a meeting on September 15th, an important meeting, which commemorating the 111th birth centenary of our great leader, Parents. Not a single banner was there. And our leader met the parents of the dead Subhashree, and he has also given a promise to them the father of Subhashree had requested the leader that there should be no more banner culture,
Right.
and let Subhashree's death highlight that. And our leader, Mr. MK Stalin, has given a promise. We will follow it up. There need not be any doubts on that.
Yes, please stay on with us. Getting in a word here from CR Saraswati of the AIADMK with us here as well. Ms. Saraswati, we've seen how banner culture continues, not just for films and billboards and advertisements, but more strongly for political parties here as well. Would you unequivocally condemn what has happened? Because this is a menace that plagues even political parties. This is a practice which is blindly followed, despite High Court's instructions against it.
Definitely it should be stopped. One thing is this, nowadays, as you said, even in marriages also, it's a children's birthday, everywhere it is there. If it is there, if they are functioning in some hotel or some mandap or something like that, one banner on the, near the function place, it can be not on the main roads, not on the people where they are walking, not blocking the people, not putting big banners and big flags. Disturbing the people, because safety is and missing all the party must be, because my leader, Mr. T.T. Dinakaran, gave a brief statement. Even our functions thereafter, there should not be any banners which is disturbing the people. There must be very safe for the people. Safety of the people is a must. We don't want any more Subhashree. Already one boy we lost in
That's right.
5-2. It happened twice or thrice. It should not happen again at all. Every party must consider it and we must follow it.
Please stay with us. We're getting in further inputs from our correspondent Pramod. This is as far as the dilly-dally and acting in against the person who got these banners erected at the edge of the roads at the dividers there. Pramod, this is despite High Court's instructions. We've seen one case, we've seen two similar cases in the past, which is why the High Court had stepped in and spoken out against it. Under what sections should the concerned person responsible be arrested? In this case, the AIADMK worker is absconding.
Well, it is absolutely shocking that the Chennai Corporation required the death of two people to act immediately and make sure that no such banners are on place. It's not. Once again, the people of Tamil Nadu, especially Chennaiites, want to make it very clear that they are not against any kind of banners to be placed at any location. But imagine if you are trying to block footpaths, you are trying to keep banners on the road dividers, sticking outside, almost 3 feet on either side, causing so much havoc to passengers. That is not acceptable, and that's what even Kamal Hassan has said today. He has simply asked these netas, do they have any simple or common sense before keeping such banners? That's a bigger question. And the second thing over here is that Jayagopal, he conducted a wedding, and based on his name, based on his action, banners were placed. That was his command, and because of that banner, Subhashree had died. And the unfortunate part is that what Chennai Corporation should have done is that they should have immediately removed the banners and charged the people even before Subhashree's death. Since they did not do it, it seems they are still trying to find out what sections they can go ahead with against Jayagopal. For now, they have gone only against 304A. But the shocking part is that even for that, to question Jayagopal, they are unable to do that. They claim they do not know their whereabouts. That is something that you cannot believe simply.
That's right. Stay with us, Pramod. We're going to play out this earlier reaction that you'd gotten us. This is from Subhashree's father having spoken to you, slamming all political parties here, alleging that they do not follow the rules laid down even by the High Court. Father's appeal here to the government, requesting them to ensure that such incidents are not repeated. Take a listen in.
The death of 23-year-old Subhashree, a young child who was full of dreams, and shockingly she passed away because the state government and the authorities did not follow the law, shook the entire state, waking up the authorities to make sure that no such death occurs again. We have the father of Subhashree, Mr. Ravi, who's well, sir, thank you for talking to us. I'm very sorry for your loss. So would you like to say how the government has responded? Has anyone come so far to give any kind of explanation on it?
Our High Court given a strict instruction. Government already banned the such type of culture just 2 years back. But our parties in our Tamil Nadu do not follow this. If our government follow those rules, or if our political party follow the High Court order, the incident does not occur. nobody can follow the High Court order.
That's the one that led to her death. So,
The main purpose of the incident due to nobody can follow the High Court rule.
and who was Subhashree? What was her dreams?
Subhashree is my only one daughter. She is a BTech mechanical engineering, BTech mechatronics engineering. She is completed last year. She is going to office near Parangudi. She is also she is also a Zumba international instructor. Simultaneously showing some help product. When she, on a particular day on 12th of September, when back from office, suddenly she fell down due to one political banner which is erected on the central median of the road. The banner fell down in my daughter's vehicle. She suddenly skid down. At the simultaneously, one of the lorry come backside. The driver also not able to control the vehicle. She smashed her body. She died on the spot immediately.
We're really sorry to hear that, sir. Now the Madras High Court has very sternly said that banner culture should not be followed. Are you happy with what the AIADMK government has done? Because they have filed cases, but Jayagopal has still not yet been arrested.
That government will do that. Government will do that. I don't say any comment about this organization. My humble request is the such type of incident does not occur in the future. The government will take action suitable measure to avoid the incident in future. And I request you, don't erect any banner in central median on the road or public places.
Thanks a lot, sir. So that's the only statement, request he has for the Tamil Nadu government. Do not place such illegal banners and put the general public's life in danger. Very simple, very humble request. With camera person Saravanan, Pramod Madhav for Mera Now.
Well, let's get in a word here from Jairam, who's from the Arappo AIADMK NGO here. Jairam, thanks for being with us. This is a heartbreaking incident here, and the dignified restraint that Subhashree's father has shown in putting in a very, very simple appeal. It's simple if the government is in the right intent to follow this, to look at banners as a menace on the roads that is risking lives.
See, the government, still has been coming up with very half-hearted kind of statements. With the kind of statement that we have seen from the ruling party has still been half-hearted kind of statements. The actions that has followed also is not giving enough hope. So the person who is primarily responsible for placing this banner, Jayagopal, he has not been arrested. He has not been arrested yet, and we have seen banners being put up right after Subhashree's death as well. We went ahead and complained. A very similar incident happened where another former councillor came and put up banners for his daughter's engagement. And when we had complained to the officials, immediately the official gave the complainant's number to the former councillor itself. So, even after this, the government is not learning its lesson. And we only think the only way to control this is the High Court must exercise its contempt of court power. They have given enough warnings to the officials about it. Now they must exercise the contempt of court power and at least make sure a simple imprisonment of some senior officials who are responsible for enforcement has to be done. And that is the only way. See, because this whole series of banner culture and banner incidents are happening because officials at the top are towing the line of the politicians.
Absolutely. So this is a question of taking action against officials in the revenue department, in the concerned local municipal department here, which are essentially whose job it is to keep a check that this is not an indiscriminate practice. Jairam, we've not seen any action against any concerned official. There's no one who's been identified either, and the AIADMK councillor, who's now the former councillor, has been absconding for the past 9 days.
Right. So on one side, no official has been penalized. On the other side, the person who has kept the banner has been absconding. Police are saying that they are searching for him, but we knew that the police had not even a couple of days back, they had not even inquired their family. So therefore, it is very clear that
our correspondent Pramod, who's been keeping close track of those investigations here. Pramod, is it just about nabbing the former AIADMK councillor now? What about investigations on the other front in this case, in scrutinizing other officials responsible for not keeping a check on these banners?
It certainly is. It certainly is, and that's the reason Madras High Court also asked the same question that you put forward. What about the authorities who are responsible? In fact, if you need to place such banners, you're supposed to get NOC. That is that from the traffic officers and various other things. What occurred to those procedures? What about the corporation officials who are supposed to keep a check on them? Nothing has been followed, which means like various authorities from so many departments are responsible for what has occurred to Subhashree, and that's the reason Madras High Court said that the Chennai Corporation should pay the compensation and intermediate compensation to Subhashree's family, and they are supposed to collect it from these authorities. But it occurred back last week itself. So far, there is no talk about it. We're just trying to find out if the authorities are ready to do that, or the compensation would be directly paid from the Tamil Nadu government, once again not obeying the Madras High Court order.
Right, Pramod, in the other case that took place 2 years ago regarding yet another youngster, Raghu, which was once again mentioned by actor Kamal Haasan as well. Had the investigations concluded in that case to show that stern action had been taken against the authorities, against the culprit in that case 2 years ago?
Well, in that case, also 304A was only filed, and once again, the truck driver was the person who had to get the blame. And not just that, another important aspect they tried to bring out was that Raghu was not wearing a helmet, and that way they tried to close the case. But however, in the case of Subhashree was wearing a helmet, and even after this all occurred, in fact, the CCTV very clearly captured what exactly happened, how that particular banner was loose. It just flew into the Subhashree's vehicle. Because of that, she completely lost her balance, and she fell down, and a truck had, unfortunately, a truck killed her. So, that's the reason more emphasis has been all being given on this case, what's going to happen, because yes, it is an accident for many, but unfortunately, you cannot take it that way. It occurred because of an illegal object placed in that area illegally because of the negligence of authorities. All these are being weighed, and that's why Tamil Nadu government is being put on the questions are being asked against the Tamil Nadu government, making it responsible.
Yes. We'll have to leave it at that. Pramod, many thanks for getting us those inputs here. All our experts who've spoken to us here on this, it's very clear that the Tamil Nadu government has already been taken to task on this, not just in this case, once before as well. The Madras High Court has spoken out on strict action that needs to be taken against illegal banners, not just political banners, all sorts of billboards, advertisements, film banners as well, which is why it's important that two big actors have spoken out against the banner culture. Is it time to take the state government to higher court, to the apex court, to wake up and realize their mistake? Well, with that, it is a wrap on the show, but very quick reminder here for our viewers. This is on a mission to bust fake health news and fake health tips. Goki India Health Quiz, partnered with the Times Network, is launched to equip each and everyone with the right facts and information regarding health, regarding our queries for fitness, nutrition, sleep patterns, stress, and so on. Be a part of this 100-day initiative. How? You can do this through an exciting quiz format that will educate as well as give you a chance to win exciting prizes.